Welcome to Campaign Organization and Management. For the first week, we will focus on getting accustomed to the class tools, schedule, and readings. In this class, our focus will be on campaigns and elections. So let's start by talking about why this is an important topic to study. I would offer a few reasons. First, elections are one of the building blocks of our political system. They allow citizens to participate in America's representative democracy. Specifically during elections, candidates can communicate their beliefs and qualifications for office, and voters may hold elected officials accountable for their behaviors at the polls. Second, the impact of elections on America's future are significant. The people that are elected to office shape the course of our nation through domestic and foreign policy, judicial appointments, and military interventions throughout the world. So I would argue that this is a critical field of study in American politics broadly. It shapes the future of our country. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the key questions in this field that scholars have tried to answer. We can think about the literature in this class as being divided into two separate areas. The literature that focuses on candidates and campaigns, and the literature that focuses on elections and outcomes. In terms of campaigns, we will focus on a few things in this class. First, what we call candidate emergence. Who runs for office? When do they run? Where do they run? Second, once candidates decide to run, how do they do it? What types of messages do they emphasize in their ads and speeches? How effective are campaigns? How does their press coverage affect voters? In terms of elections, there are a few fundamental questions that the literature has tried to answer. First and foremost, what drives electoral outcomes? What are the individual and aggregate level variables that determine who wins and who loses in a given election? Second, what drives voter behavior? Who votes? When do they vote? How do they vote? Why are some elections known for really high turnout and others for really low turnout? What shapes voters' choices? We will address questions like this and more throughout class in our writings and discussion. Now for the course outline. This is a graduate level course. That means I expect a high level of work and engagement. The success of this class, as well as your own grade, depends on consistent, high-level participation. You are expected to engage in quality discussion on the course's discussion board and to give thoughtful, intelligent comments on your classmates' papers on a weekly basis. This class is only 7 weeks, so there's very little room for error. Put in the time on this class each week and you will be successful. There are several components of this course: critical analysis papers, feedback on your classmates' work, discussion board participation, and your final lit review. Participation will be graded based on discussion board engagement. Each week we'll examine a topic through the lens of academic research and recent elections using discussion board posts. 1 to 2 students will serve as discussion board leaders each week. They will be expected to develop discussion topics and questions based on the weekly readings. Discussion board participation will be graded in terms of quality, demonstrating critical engagement with the assigned readings, course material, and elections, not quantity. Each student may miss 1 week of discussion board, no questions asked. More than 1 absence during the week's discussion is unacceptable and will result in a lower grade. Exceptions to this rule include absence for documented emergencies, which you need to speak with me about as soon as possible. Students will also write 5 critical analysis papers related to class readings during the course of the semester. These papers should be approximately 1 to 2 pages in length and should critically analyze the primary questions addressed by the readings, as well as the methods and data used by the authors. These papers should not be summaries of the readings. The class TA and I have created examples of these papers that we will go over in another video. Each week, students will write up constructive feedback for other students' critical analysis papers. This feedback will be no longer than half a page and will include appropriate feedback for the paper being reviewed. Appropriate feedback includes both positive and critical comments and questions that are designed to improve your classmates' paper. You will be graded on the quality of your feedback. And as the grading rubric here indicates, feedback papers are weighted as heavily as the critical analysis papers themselves. Finally, students will complete a comprehensive literature review on a U.S. campaign-related topic of their choice. These literature reviews will be 8 to 10 pages and include no less than 20 sources. Please review our other course video for further instructions on this literature review assignment. Students will complete a comprehensive literature review on a U.S. campaign-related topic of their choice. As a part of this larger paper, you will turn in several smaller assignments, including a paper topic, a list of your sources, and a mandatory draft. The final literature review will be 8 to 10 pages. Please see the posted video on the literature review assignment for more information about the format and expectations for this paper. Now let's discuss some other class policies. Written work, style, and format. As noted on the syllabus, all written work must be Word documents and must be double-spaced in Times New Roman 12-point font with 1-inch margins. Your papers must be well written in paragraph form using proper punctuation and grammar. Your papers may use any citation format, APA, MLA, Chicago style, it doesn't matter to me, but your citations must be complete and consistent throughout the paper. Your papers must include a complete works cited page, which will not be counted towards the page length. The exception to this rule is the reaction paper. If in your reaction papers you are only discussing the assigned weekly readings, there's no need to include a works cited page. However, if you choose to bring in readings outside of those assigned ones, you need to have a works cited page with a complete citation so that I can then go look up the reading and review it. Missed assignments. Late work will only be allowed in the most extreme circumstances. If an emergency prevents you from turning in an assignment, you must contact me as soon as possible and provide written documentation verifying your excuse. I don't mean to be insensitive by asking for documentation of personal experiences or emergencies, but I'm going to have to require something so that I can treat all the students fairly in the class. Plagiarism and cheating. Any student caught plagiarizing assignments will receive at minimum a 0 grade on the assignment and will be punished in accordance with Georgia State University policies. Keep in mind that a number of things constitute plagiarism and cheating. For example, turning in work that is not yours, not properly citing another person's work, turning in a paper used for another class without my permission, and working with other students on assignments unless I explicitly direct you to do so. All of those things are considered a violation of the class's honesty policy. The place where students get the most tripped up with plagiarism is in their citations. So if you're not sure about the difference between synthesizing someone else's argument and directly quoting them and what kind of citation format you need to use to ensure that you're attributing their words and their thoughts to them, please contact me so that I can provide guidance on this topic. Class communication. Any questions regarding personal grades, emergencies, makeup assignments, or any other personal matters should be directed to me through my university email, which is on the syllabus. Any general questions you have about class content, readings, or assignments should be asked using the class's discussion board so that all students may see both your questions and my answers. Technical questions, particularly if you're prevented from accessing iCollege, should be directed to the course TA, Christina LaPlante. Her contact information is on the class syllabus. Now let's talk about grades. Grades will be assigned based on the instructor's evaluation of student performance in each element of the course. An A grade at the graduate level indicates exceptional work. That can be demonstrated by a few things: critical analysis of the reading, creative contributions to our class discussion board, comprehensive understanding of the literature that we discuss in class, and excellent written work. An A truly means exceptional, and I do not give out very many A's. You need to be aware that earning an A will take a lot of effort in this class. You should also be aware that an A is a signal that you are engaging in excellent work. Now, at the graduate level, a B indicates an average performance in the class, demonstrated by active, informed participation in our class discussion board and good written work. A B indicates that you're doing average graduate level work for the class, whether you're an MA student or a PhD student. And B is the median grade in most of my graduate classes. A C or lower at this level indicates that you are not meeting the expectations of the course, demonstrated by a lack of participation, poor written work, or missed assignments. A C grade is a warning signal that your work is not where it should be for this class, and that you need to seek guidance from me to improve your work. Finally, let's go over the weekly schedule. Every Monday before midnight, the discussion leaders must begin the discussion board with at least 2 to 3 posted questions per leader. Please remember to post on the same thread. Every Tuesday before midnight, critical analysis papers must be posted on the discussion board and uploaded to the Dropbox. Every Wednesday before midnight, you must complete your posted responses to the discussion board questions. Every Thursday before midnight, your peer feedback on your assigned paper must be posted on the discussion board and uploaded to the Dropbox. Generally speaking, I will provide feedback on your paper and critical reactions by the end of the day each Friday. That concludes our introductory video. Please continue reviewing the course material on our class site. If you have any questions, please contact me via email or post your questions on our discussion board. Thank you very much.